Hey Elijah, what you reading?
Oh, hi, my name's Elijah. I'm currently reading Artificial Intelligence for Beginners. Here are 3 reasons I like artificial intelligence. So, guess what? Fortnite actually uses bots to teach you how to play. That's really cool. And Alexa also uses artificial intelligence in speech. That's awesome. And also, YouTube and Netflix also gives you recommendations for what you should watch and what you shouldn't watch. Guess what? My favorite show is The Investigators. I love this book. I also got a copy for my friend. Thanks for making this book bio. I hope we can all read it together.
Hooray! Data Science Nigeria marks 5 years of transformational impact. It has been 157,680,000 seconds of running an award-winning and high-impact artificial intelligence learning, research, solution delivery, consulting, and AI startup incubation network. Let us celebrate some of DSN's major milestones. Over 500,000 learners have benefited from the DSN's free online and offline training sessions in artificial intelligence, data science, and digital skill-related classes. The organization runs the most expansive network of AI learning delivery in Africa, with 41 physical learning communities in cities and on campuses. It also organizes annual Pan-Nigeria AI introductory classes across multiple cities through its AI Innovation Project. It currently has an online learners network in 49 countries across the world. Data Science Nigeria, through its founder, Bayo Adekombi, published the first AI book for kids in Africa. The book uses cartoon-like characters to demystify and simplify the basic concepts of AI and Python programming. The book is currently being distributed through a nationwide Train the Teachers program to ensure that every child has the foundational knowledge required to competitively prepare for the 4th Industrial Revolution and the future of work. The annual DSN All-Expense Paid Bootcamp has become the numero uno of AI learning in Africa. It brings together some of the best global experts who visit Nigeria physically or connect virtually to teach and mentor young African talents. Each AI bootcamp starts with thousands of participants, with only 400 best participants making it to this intensive learning session. The 2021 edition had learners from over 20 countries. Today, DSN has become the biggest talent recruitment pipeline to leading organizations in Nigeria, providing access to top talents who have been trained through DSN's intensive, hands-on, and industry-ready training modules. DSN has also validated its technical capability in the areas of consulting and solution delivery. It has successfully delivered over $6 million worth of professional service for leading global multinationals and development agencies like Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, World Bank, MasterCard Foundation, Chevron Nigeria, AI Commons, KPMG, Access Bank, and so many others. DSN remains very strong in artificial intelligence research, with over 13 academic papers published and accepted at peer-reviewed conferences. The inspiring works of DSN have been showcased at all the world's leading AI conferences. From NeurIPS to ICML to ICLR to deep learning in DABA. DSN's work in AI for social good was a case study of excellence at the foremost conference of the Association for the Advancement of Artificial Intelligence held in New York, USA in 2020, where the founder of DSN spoke as a keynote speaker. DSN AI Lab in Lagos is generously supported with research robots from the Computer Science Department of the University College London, complemented with a world-class research workstation donated by NVIDIA. DSN is proud to have won the academic poster at the 21st edition of the ACM Conference on Economics and Computation, EC20, the world's premier conference on the interface of economics and computer science, organized by the Association for Computing Machinery, United States. DSN also won the Best Runner-Up Poster Award at the Deep in DABA in 2019, Africa's foremost AI conference, where the effort of Data Science Nigeria was also recognized with the prestigious Wangari Maathai Impact Award. DSN's work has been acknowledged across the world as a best practice in talent building, indigenous application of AI, community development at scale, early education in AI and AI for social good. DSN was the only African development with a focus on how to apply AI at scale in emerging markets. During the COVID-19 lockdown, which created a major learning disruption to many students in Nigeria, DSN invented an adaptive artificial intelligence learning algorithm, which was leveraged to deliver effective and interactive learning through basic SMS, feature phones on 2G network, and interactive radio platforms. This effort helped many learners who have no access to the internet or smartphones. Over 8 million learners benefited from this intervention through the funding support of the MasterCard Foundation. DSN has been a revolution with many firsts of its kinds, like the AI Summer School for Kids, inter-university machine learning competition, AI hackathons for top organizations, data scientists on demand, AI tutors on demand for primary and secondary schools, AI knowledge box of 20,000 learning videos, free AI for beginners free ebook, and its current effort to set up AI libraries at all the top Nigerian universities. As DSN marks its 5th anniversary, it is making some big, bold transition under its 5 Perfect Transition mandate to re-strategize for the future. The organization is recalibrating its vision and mission with focus on enabling 1 million AI talents in Africa and building AI solutions that will enhance the quality of lives and well-being of people living in emerging markets. It is a double-fold impact transition. Let us reflect on these big 5 shifts. Number 1. DSN is transiting into a global operation beyond Nigeria under the DSN brand name. That is Data Scientists Network, with an existing learners network in almost 50 nations. DSN has become a global knowledge delivery network for the world. All its local and global extensions will now answer the DSN brand name. Number 2. DSN will run a dual business model as a social enterprise with DSN Foundation Nonprofit and DSN AI Innovations Limited, both in Nigeria and in the United Kingdom. This effort will position DSN for sustainability. Number 3. DSN is also changing its consulting model by becoming a distributed talent company. It will run a globally diverse network of expert consultants and partner companies who will collaboratively work with DSN full-time in-house staff to deliver world-class solutions under its new partnership program. Number 4. DSN is launching its learning network with more frequent online masterclasses, project walkthrough sessions, hands-on expert research sessions, and mentoring. These will be facilitated by some of the world's best experts. This expanded learning will also include dedicated programs for professionals, kids, researchers, and developers. Number 5. DSN AI Innovation will be unveiling Spot On, its geospatial AI precision analytics solution for retail and fintech, and ULearn, its AI-powered augmented learning platform that activates learning for every child. DSN is currently building more high-impact products in health, financial inclusion, agriculture, and others. It is a new season at Data Scientist Network, DSN, as DSN unveils its new logo to reflect its global positioning and expansion beyond Nigeria. The organization remains very committed to delivering high-impact AI solutions across the world while expanding its free training and research network across many countries. Welcome to the future with DSN. Powering 1 million AI talents and delivering transformational AI solutions for 2 billion people in emerging markets. The 5th DSN anniversary.
Hi everyone, confirm that you can hear me. If you can hear me loud and clear, let me see you in the chat section saying yes, 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 yes. Please confirm that you can hear me. You're welcome. Welcome once again to the 3rd session of our 8 weeks masterclass on generative AI for educators. This is the 3rd series. In the 1st series, we had introduction. In the 2nd series, we had generative AI, leveraging prompt engineering for educators. And this session, this 3rd session will be awesome, and the fire session, it will be the beginning as we now dive deep into leveraging generative AI for effective teaching and learning. So if you can hear me, I can see all the yes, 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 yes. Introduce yourself and where you're joining from. I can see Shaka Adebayo said yes. Abby says yes. Joshua says yes. Isaiah Saliu say yes. So introduce yourself, tell us your name and where you're joining from very quickly as we move straight on into our session for today. Please, if there's any of your friends, your colleague in school, if you have your school as a teacher's WhatsApp group, share the link on the teacher's WhatsApp group. Tell them they don't want to miss this Gen AI for lesson planning. Let them share it in their various WhatsApp group. They can join via Zoom. We're already live on Facebook too. Yes, I can see Michael from Ogun State. You're welcome. Abby from Bayelsa, you're welcome. Joshua from Lagos, you're welcome. Nathaniel from Enugu, you're welcome. Welcome everyone. We're going to kickstart now. Shaya from Zamfara, you're welcome. Tejumola from Lagos, welcome. Philomena, yes, from Edo, you're welcome. Thank you, everyone. Once again, these are the hashtags we're using. Busola from Ogu, you're welcome. These are the hashtags that we're using. Don't forget to use them. Tag us on Facebook, tag us on Twitter, tag us anywhere. We'll search for them and we will amplify your posts. Share whatever you're learning. AI-enabled teachers, teachers embracing AI, Microsoft NG, hashtag Digital Skill Nigeria. Remember that this training is brought to you courtesy of Microsoft, Microsoft Nigeria, Digital Skill Nigeria under the Microsoft Digital Skills and Job Readiness Program, Data Scientists Network, Data Science Nigeria, and the AI-enabled teachers of Nigeria. We say we are very grateful to all of them. They are the one making it possible for us to have this awesome time today. Now, just two very brief introduction today about DSN. Data Science Nigeria is on the journey of building 1 million African AI talent in 10 years. And part of that component is me and you who are educators on this program. That's one of the reasons why we are here. So it's really awesome. And we'll say thank you to DSN. DSN has just focus. That's what DSN has. 3 core focus: community, products, and partnership. And then, so that's the goal, that's the vision. Now, about the AI-enabled teachers of Nigeria, we wouldn't read all the story about the AI-enabled teachers, but just note that the essence of this community is to help all of us as teachers develop capacity to be able to leverage AI in its various forms for effective teaching and learning in the 21st century. This is to help us remain relevant in what we do in the world of in our classroom. So very quickly, we are going forward to the next session, to the next slide, where I'll be introducing our speaker for this evening session. Remember, we've said this evening we're just diving in deep straight away, and we'll be having an awesome time. So meet our speaker. Our speaker is Michael Adeniran. Michael Adeniran is a highly experienced program manager, learning and development consultant, and e-learning specialist with over 12 years of expertise. Michael has successfully planned and executed learning and development initiatives in diverse sectors, including education, QSR, FMCG, technology, finance, and many others. His extensive background in education technology and e-learning has equipped him with the skills to create engaging and result-oriented learning interventions for both young and adult learners. Michael firmly believes that technology can ignite students' curiosity, and I agree with him, and foster meaningful interactions, provided it is built on a strong foundation. He recognizes the importance of tailoring learning experiences to suit students' unique learning style for preferences and comprehension levels. With clap ovation, I want to see the fire emoji in the chat section, the clapping in the chat section. I want us to welcome this evening, to take over from me, our esteemed guest and speaker, Mr. Michael Adeniran. He will start by also doing a recap of what we did in our last class, and then he will pick up from there. Let's keep sending the fire emoji as we welcome Mr. Michael. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Olorunfemi, for the kind introduction. Please confirm everyone can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. And once again, good evening, everyone, and you're welcome to the third session, where we'll be discussing generative AI for lesson planning. And for the next 40 minutes, I'll only be making it easier for us because we're familiar with every aspect of education. So let me make it easier for us to use any tool that we'll be learning today. I'll introduce a few of the tools with us, and we can go back and make use of them in our day-to-day activities. So here's the plan for today. So we'll look at what generative AI is, why, the benefits of generative AI for lesson planning. We'll also look at the best practices that we should look at when we're looking at generative AI for lesson plan. Then we'll look at a few tools that we can use for lesson planning. Then we'll do practical demonstration. Then we'll conclude with Q&A. So come on this side with me. So, but before we start with what comes today, as Olorunfemi already said, so look at what was discussed last week, because that session was a foundation of all what we'll be doing going forward. So, because if you don't understand what prompt engineering is, you will not know how to craft, how to discuss, how to engage any tool you want to use. So, he gave us about 3 different definitions of what a prompt is. So I believe by now everybody knows what a prompt is. So you're just chatting with the AI, you are discussing, you're interacting. Some people will say, oh, You might even start with, oh, hello there. Respect it entirely like a body, is a chat body, is an AI assistant. So it will give you back whatever you need and make your work easier. And by now, I believe everybody has its ChatGPT account. So, which was also discussed and how to do that last week. If you don't, you're joining for the first time, you can go to this link, chat.openai.com, and sign up. And the easiest way of signing up is using your Gmail accounts. I believe 99.9% of everyone in this session today has a Google account, so you can sign up there. Then also discuss about giving ChatGPT a specific task. If we don't give it that task, it will not know what to do. So when you give it a task, it gives you what you need. An example of what was there, give it a task to write a lesson plan, which I saw so many of us also did and was sharing the WhatsApp group chats. I applaud every one of us. But one thing that stand out for me last week was this quote. The best way to use AI system is not to craft the perfect forms, but rather to use it interactively. And that will be one of the things we also look at today. How do you create an interactive prompt to make your lesson plan engaging, to make it interactive? So that's if you're chatting somebody, your PA by your side, okay, it will ask you how old are the learners, what is the age range, that it is, and when you answer those questions, it flushes out with good response. So these are samples of what I saw in the group WhatsApp, and thank you for everyone that did the assignments. I appreciate you all. You all did wonderfully well. So let's start with today's class. Generative AI for lesson plan. Now, for my first 7-8 years was in the classroom. And one of the things I disliked most about classroom was preparing lesson plan. It can be so boring, it can be so repetitive. So the same we will also look at grading, setting quiz, all these tasks. I don't find them fun, or like going to the class and impersonating on these learners, interacting with them. But there's no how, as an effective teacher, you must still do this lesson plan. So it makes you a good teacher and a better teacher in the long run. But to start with, I would like to ask us a few questions. So please, the class will be very interactive. I will launch a poll now for all of us to attempt, and let's see. In the next few seconds, we can complete this. Let's all attempt the poll on our screen and give you answer. Are we attempting it? Can we all see the poll on the screen now? Please confirm we can see the poll. Okay, I saw no. Let me launch it. Okay, let's confirm we can see it now. I've launched it. So I have just 3 questions there. So which of these are you familiar with? Are you familiar with lesson notes, lesson plan? Are you familiar with both of them? So also look at, do you allocate time to your lesson when you're delivering it? So if you want to deliver a lesson, okay, I'll use 5 minutes for introduction, 5 minutes for previous lesson, 5 minutes for my notes, all those. Then, do you evaluate your lesson delivery? Also, the purpose of having a lesson plan to also evaluate yourself at the end of the session. So for those that are not seeing it, you can drop your answer in the chat. So let me look for a way to copy that out. Lovely. For those that are seeing it, thank you. For those that are not seeing it, so I've dropped the question in the chat. You can also read the chat. So to make it readily available for everyone. Thank you, Kimat. Okay, so I've received about 46% of everyone here. Now 55. So once it's 60, I will stop so we can move on. Thank you, Sin and Don. Done with the poll. I can see some interesting responses here. Okay, thank you, everyone. So it's very easy and straightforward. Almost everybody here, so from the data I've seen now, about 80% said they are familiar with lesson notes and lesson plan. 93%. 7% said they're only familiar with only lesson plan, while 10% said they're familiar with only lesson notes. So as a teacher, one of the first things I was taught in teaching practice those days was you must have a lesson plan and a lesson notes. If you go for micro teaching, you must come with a lesson plan. So it's one of what give you highest mark in delivering your micro teaching. But that's not the bulk of conversation today. So let me start with why generative AI. Later on, we'll get to discuss our polls. So let me end the poll now. I have about 65% that participated. Thank you all. So why lesson plan, why lesson? But before that, in the chat, you can tell me what is a lesson note and what is a lesson plan. Just a short line. To you, what do you think is lesson notes? And what do you think is lesson plan? So, because there's a difference between both of them, they are not the same. Most of us mix them up, they are not the same. Thank you. A guide for the lesson is lesson. Thank you, Dorcas. So lesson plan is a guide, according to Dorcas. Who else has a secondary opinion to that? Then what is a lesson notes? Is the content you tend to deliver, while lesson plan is strategies. You think, wow, you go as scholars. Wow. Skeletal guide on how to deliver a lesson note. Not deliver a lesson. Note is the content. Okay. So one thing that I'm seeing that is key in what we discussed, what we are sharing so far is the lesson plan is a guide, the outline, the step-by-step. Note is the actual contents. Okay, thank you. So let me share what I have on my screen. So for me, lesson plan is the detailed planning, showing all elements of a lesson, as we have all seen, plan, summary, guideline. So this one shows everything. I remember submitting one of my lesson plans to one of my supervisors back then, and she was like, how do I know if your learners are mixed or they are just a single gender? So I was like, oh, this is also part of it. That is true. Both the gender, so everybody can pick your lesson plan and say, oh, sitting for me as a substitute teacher in my class, they are both mixed, that is, they are female and male. The age range is between 8 to 9 or 9, something like that. Okay, so it has everything about your lesson, from how you start the class, what you put as icebreakers, how you end the class, and so on. I say it shows all elements of a lesson. Then now, lesson notes. Lesson notes is that sheet in the class that contains your notes, your questions, your diagrams, everything that you give to the teachers. So the lesson plan is for you to guide you. What the lesson notes is what you give to the students. Okay, you copy this on your notes, you print it out for them. So all those notes you give to them, the questions, the diagrams, everything like that is part of the lesson notes. So in some schools, it's together in one. In some other schools, they'll tell you it should be done separately. That can be very boring. But so that's why we are here, to make it much more better using generative AI. So let's now move to the next one. Why? That is benefit. So look at the first one, time saving. If as a teacher, or as a tutor, as an educator, as a lecturer, you can spend almost a whole day, some people spend a whole week looking at, okay, how best do I deliver this lesson to these students or to these learners? Especially for people that are young learners. And considering that your learners also have different learning challenges that you have to also tackle. Now, how to solve fraction. Some people are familiar with pizza. Some people are familiar with orange. Some people are familiar with ball. So what is the best way do I do this? I want to reason. But with generative AI, it saves you that time. So quickly, you can quickly develop this, tweak it, ask it to simplify it for you. So you can have other time to focus on the teaching itself and address all our learners' needs and providing valuable feedback to them. This is what generative AI has done for us. It saved us that time. So I'll go to the next one, adaptability. So with this AI, generative AI, you can adapt lesson plans to meet any needs of your students, as I said earlier. So you can create explanations of, like, let's say 3 varieties of explanation. I want to introduce fraction to my students. How do I do it? Give me 4 different ways of introducing fraction. So students in grade 2 of this age range, of this background, this is what you can do generative AI. Also, you can say from my lesson notes, please set 30 questions that students can attempt, or give me pre-test questions that I need to checkmate them. Okay, I know the entry behavior. So these are things what AI can do for us. So all those issues of, okay, I'll be thinking, I'll be disturbing myself, I'll be researching, AI is there to do that for you now. So within a day, if you're teaching, let's say, 3 classes in senior schools, SS1, 2, 3, you can do all that within an hour. I have other time to do other things. So that's another reason why we must use generative AI. Also look at innovation. So this can, through this generative AI, can spark creativity in lesson planning. So give us a fresh perspective with new ideas. As I said earlier, okay, how best do I do this? How best do I deliver this? Also, the question we ask ourselves as a teacher, okay, there's a learner in my class that no matter how you explain, this learner also say, oh, I'm not familiar with this. I remember I was in a class then, supervising a class, and a teacher was using the word I said earlier, pizza. And I asked her, what happens that someone that have not seen pizza before in the class? So she said, oh, that is true. Why not come with a picture of the pizza? Why not even come with the pizza itself? So, or AI tell you that, okay, let's use cardboard. So you tell the AI, okay, this is what my environment is all about. So it knows how to tailor that through innovation. It shares that with you. So your teaching topic, your fresh insights, strategies to engage students, it gives you all those things. Is it a particular section? Okay, cut cardboard in this way, do it this way. It helps you with new ideas that you can never think of in a short time. Then the fourth one I'll be looking at this evening is customization. So you can tailor any lesson you want to any student's need, any students in the class. And most we don't do as teacher, or let me generalize. Most of us, we just teach all the students together as one. Well, it's not to be like that. Every learner in your class are peculiar. So we need to look for a way to categorize them and say, oh, this is how best I can teach this. This is how best I can do this. So let's say you have 4 different categories of learners in your class. This AI can generate 4 different ways of you teaching them. So it can combine learning style preferences together. Also look at performance data that at least it suits anything you want to do. Then lastly, I'll be talking about collaboration. So it can facilitate collaboration among we educators where we can share a common platform. So there's a platform that I'll also show you. Anybody can go there, drop your content, anybody can pick the contents from there, anybody can use it. Unlike those days that just do they do old lesson notes. So nowadays we can collaborate on all these platforms. ChatGPT is available to anybody to use. You can go at any time of the day and make use of it. So this is why we use generative AI. So other ones can be alignments with your standard to also get feedback and improvements. Also, you can scale it across a broader audience. So there are so many reasons you can make use of generative AI, but these are a few of them. So I move to the next one, which is the best practice. I'll just be sharing just 3 with us. So the first one is, as we talked last week, your prompt must have a clear objective. Don't be ambiguous, don't be focused whatever. So it might be wordy, it might be lengthy. I will show you one of a prompt today. It's almost like 300 words, but that will give you your desired results. So you must be clear with what you want to have that desired lesson plan generated by the AI tool. So the next one is, don't just accept the first response you get. You should review in touch with that response. And also with that, you are customizing your AI generated plan. Everybody should know by now that on ChatGPT, you can get more than 1 response to a prompt that you give. So you can generate 2, 3, 4. Then you compare everything and say, okay, let me combine all these 4 responses into one. This is what we can do. For me personally, when ChatGPT give me the first response, I'll say, oh, give me another one, give me another one. That's how looking at it and say, okay, I think in most cases for me, I prefer either the second or the third one. It's only when I'm lazy, I go with the first response it gives me. So always learn to review the response it gives you, interact with it, and customize it to your use. Then lastly, combine AI efficiency with your own expertise. Don't rely strictly on what AI has given to you. Last week, I was in class when a lot of them were saying, you are the SME. Don't let AI take that SME from you. No matter what AI has given to you, you must still look at it from edge to toe and see, okay, maybe what is giving you. Funny enough, if you sign into ChatGPT for the first time, it will tell you that this data also should be proofread by you. So everything has given to you is not 100% correct, depending on your own points of view. So you also need to combine your own expertise with what he has given to you to now get a perfect one you want. So this is the best practice I want to share with you. I don't know if I'm still with us or you're with me. Just drop I, yes, in the chat so I can know that we are still together. Thank you, Dorcas. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, okay. So I've now been speaking to myself. Thank you all. So let's move on to the next one. So I'll be sharing a few tools with us. Everybody are familiar. I've been saying ChatGPT, ChatGPT. We all know ChatGPT. The OpenAI tool is popular everywhere. But there are other tools that can serve similar thing that ChatGPT will give to you can do. Another one is the Bard AI by Google. So this also is similar to ChatGPT. So I'll also be showing us these two also. What that ChatGPT can do, this can also do. And for me, in most cases, I combine both of them to get what I want. Now, another one that's related to lesson planning itself is what I call Lens.ai. So another platform where you can generate lesson plan. It's a platform, it's an interactive platform that you go there, you pick your subject, you pick the tool, you pick whatever you want to do, and it gives you your desired results. The other one I will also share with us is the Auto Classmates. Also asking for the topic. The interface is different from ChatGPT and Bard AI. Ask for the topic, the grade, the class, everything, and it generates it to you. But don't forget, all of them still are built on ChatGPT framework. Then the last one I will also share with us is Lesson Plan Generator by Versa App. So it's also an interactive platform where you also enter the quiz that has been asked and it generates it for you. So we can use any of these tools to generate what we want in terms of lesson planning. Now, let's now move to the interesting aspects of why we are here. So for the next 15-20 minutes, I'll be showing us a few things on how to demo this as we did last week for what we also done. So I'll start with what we did. So I'll pick easier prompts up to complex one, and you also explain the principles behind them. So if you have your ChatGPT open, you can do that. You can switch between the Zoom app and your ChatGPT on your phone or your laptop. You can also pop this along, which I would love every one of us to do. So I'll stop sharing and switch to my web app. Okay, so please confirm you can see my screen now. I'm sharing the first one, which is teachanything.com. Thank you. So this is a lesson plan generator also. So this one says, teach you anything in seconds. And look at the data they have, there's over 1 million answers generated so far. So what do I want to do? This one says, write a question. How do I simplify government to beginner? That was what I did earlier. I can just change it to, how do I simplify maybe fraction to beginners? So how do I simplify the types of, let me move types, just put simplify fractions to beginners. So which language did I want? That's been the language. Mostly it will be English. Difficulty, easy or professional. Since it's for professional, it's for beginners, I will go with easy, then generates the answer. At the bottom, I will see the answer. And here it's saying I'm GPT-4. I'm here to help you. So it's saying pizza. So this one teach you anything, okay, gives you a perspective on how you can introduce fraction to beginners. Now this is telling you, okay, do it this way, use pizza, slice into 4, and I'm sure everybody wants to use pizza in your class, or use orange, or use cardboard. So this is just one, which also is limited. So I'll move to the next one. But let me share the link in the group. Okay, so for those who want to try that also. So you can try anything you want in this place. It's up to you. So it might be, let me look for another topic. It should not be fraction. Let me say simplify macroeconomics. So generate answer. So it's a big word, but I'll make it super easy for you to understand. So I'll teach microeconomics and macroeconomics. That can be done with these two. So it helps you to simplify whatever you want to teach to your learners easily. That's one of the first things we have as EdTech as a tutor. So I'll move to the next one. So the next one I have there is auto classmates. So please confirm you can see the auto classmates on my screen. Thank you. So this one said it has both GPT 3.5 and the 4. So depending on which one you want. If you want this, you have to pay, as well as GPT-4 is not free. But this, that's which grade. Now, one thing you should remember, AI does not understand yet our primary 1 to 6, 1 to 6, senior secondary school DSS. You have to use that K-12. So let's say they are in 9th grade, or they want to teach them 9th grade. So why don't you give me a topic in grade 9? The first topic I see in grade 9 in the chat, who can help us with that? Okay, thank you, Yekunle. So I want the students to learn Pythagorean theorem. Context area is maths. States, let's just put Lagos. I learned to state standard. Remember I said there standard, but this one is not for our NGS. I will not say yes. Just generate my lesson plan for me and let me go. Digestive system. Okay, I think I will use that. Digestive system. Thank you, Glory. Okay, so we have it here already. So you can see what I have on my screen. The topic, exploring Pythagoras theorem, engaging 9th grade mathematics, objective materials that you should bring to the class, great duration, procedure, which we got potential steps here, and so on and so forth. But it's still not robust. It gave me assessments, extension, and a note. Okay, it's getting there. I can give it my own lesson plan title. Okay, so if this is what you want, you can highlight everything and copy it, then start tweaking it. Or you copy what you have here to another tool that you want to combine. This can also be done. Let's move to the next one. Lesson plan generator. I'm going to ChatGPT, which way will make use of our prompt engineering very well, but I need to show this also. This one is asking me, which grade did I want? Okay, grade 1. What did I want to subject I want to teach? Science, the topic, digestive system. I don't think that's in grade 1, but no problem. I love this a lot. It shows me, or it asked me, okay, which Bloom learning verb I want you to give me. Okay. Looking at that class, I will say, okay, if they should be able to just, they should know, how can they apply it? Okay, let me just pick recognize. Okay. Email address. Please don't add me. Then generate lesson plan for me. Cooking stuff. Please wait. At the bottom, you can see it's there. Lesson objective, opening, introduction, guided practice, and so on and so forth. Everything is there. Independent practice. Okay. So here also, I can copy whatever is here to wherever I want to take it to. Now, to the top boss of what we'll be using so far. Okay, sorry, I did not share the link. Let me share it now. This is the second one that I used. This is the third one that I used. Now, to the fourth one, this is bard.google.com. So this is the fourth one I'm using now. Now, this one is similar to our ChatGPT. You must have a prompt. There must be a prompt similar to your ChatGPT that you will use. So is the two I'll be using going forward now. So let me pick a prompt for one of the ones we did last week. So I have one here. So I took it a little. You're an experienced tutor in K-12 teaching computer science. Generate a lesson plan on the part of the computer for grade 1 learners. I will stop there. Let me copy and enter. Sure, like it to be shared. Thanks. So depending on my network, so unlike ChatGPT that I will just be dropping is, but this one comes up once. So the grade, the subject, learning objectives, the material, the procedure, okay, the assessment, conclusion, activities. Let me drop the same thing inside ChatGPT to compare. So I've assigned a role to ChatGPT, experienced tutor. Duration 45, any objective materials. So materials here that was given, computer, laptop, projector, pictures, name tag, flashcards. So I think this one makes sense. Introduction. Okay. This is just a simple prompt. Now, I will increase that prompt to add something to it that's, this is it now. So generate a lesson plan on the part of computer for grade 1. Then use these parts to create a short note to be copied by the learners. Now, I don't want to be going to looking for textbook or so finding textbooks if you want that. But in this one, okay, you list those parts and give me a short note they can copy. I press enter. So the same intro will still be there. Now, these are short notes. Computer has many important parts. Let's learn about them. Like a computer TV. I love that for grade 1. The reason I will not take that as computer tutor is CPU. It's not a part of the computer, it's a computer brain, things and solve. Computer short notes that these learners can copy into their notes. That has helped me for that. I come to Bard, I put the same thing. It will be similar to what we have there. So similar. Let's look at the notes now. Yeah, lovely. Now I can remember this one was giving us CPU. Now Bard is giving us system in, which is what is the fourth part of a computer. Monitor, keyboard, mouse. So that's where your own expertise comes in place. So you must combine you as the expert this way. I always copy CPU and give to my learners. A lot of textbook has that in the textbook as CPU is a part of computer, whereas it is not actually system units. So this one, I will love it. Activity. Take a picture of your computer and label different parts. Lovely. Bam. I enjoy this. Let's increase the complexity of our prompts. Now I want to give it a guideline or a structure of what should be there. So let me give a new prompt. So this prompt is, you are an experienced tutor in K-12 teaching geography. Design a lesson plan for your first class with grade 7 that will last 40 minutes on the topic solar planets under the following sections. So remember, we have some sections in our lesson plan that they are compulsory. So I will just copy and paste those sections here, such as subjects, topic, duration, age of learners, average age of learners, entry behavior, learning objective, reference materials, list of keywords, full lesson assessment, guide, post-lesson assignments, and so on. So depending on what you use in your school or in your field, you give it that structure and you tell it to go ahead and generate that lesson plan for you, which it will generate for you immediately. Now, come to the beginning. Subject, topic, duration, number of learners, average age of learners, entry behavior. I love that. That's one of the areas I always struggle with for first class. Oh, what should they know before? That's giving me that already. Objective, reference material. Okay, I just need to add textbook in this one. Okay, that makes my work easier. List of keywords, lovely. For lesson assessment, great. Okay, how do I introduce it? All this, and I'm good to go with this. So I'm going, lovely. Now the only thing that's missing here is the notes. I can also add in my prompt for it to include that notes, and I'm good with my prompt. So you can try any of the two and you are good. Now remember earlier I said you can generate a response. So I'll click on generate here. Give me something else, maybe direct from this. Okay, objectives are now 4. Now it's telling me there should be textbook online source about solar system. Lovely. Keywords also have increased. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And I'm good to, now you can compare and see which one is best for you, which one to make use of. Now you are getting somewhere. So I want to do other things to it now, that there should be a short note. So I'll just add that aspect to it. So let me read it out. So the changes we see here is, then use this part to put a short note to be copied for the learners. Structure it under the following sections. Now, another guide I'm giving is notes that this lesson is a practical class. So you should know what it will give me as a response. So how do I make the class practical, engaging for them, and they achieve what I want to achieve also at the end of my lesson. Reference, list of keyword lesson, function of the parts, creating, post, assignment, sources. So there are different prompts that you can use. You can tweak, you can engage with it. No matter how you want it, it will give you what you want. Now, let's now move to another prompt. I'm increasing the level of those prompts one after the other. Now, this one is we'll talk about. Let me just copy and paste it here to save us the time. So we can look at this together. So as a professional, as a proficient and passionate mathematics teachers for 8th grade students, offering an exciting opportunity for hands-on learning. So I've given a number of students now. There are 24. Lesson is 40 minutes. You can arrange them into groups or peers for conducting activities. Now, what is the activities to do for me? To create a structured and engaging lesson plan and supplement these rational steps or details to enhance the lesson. So this one also is lengthy. Consider these factors. Please craft a detailed, easy to follow lesson plan and ensure all students participate and comprehend the key principles. The prompt is getting better. Let's see the response it gives. The normal steps are still there. They are still there. They are still there. So arrangement, group of 4 students. That is, there are 6 groups altogether. Lovely. Materials. Lovely. Group 1 activity. So activity group exploration, 15 minutes. Discussion. Hands-on equation. Lovely. Wrap up and homework. Additional tips. So you can see now, it has saved you lots of time on, okay, how do I make this class? How do I teach these learners? How do I engage them? The generative AI has done all this for you. Yours is just to copy this. If you are using a digital note to submit, maybe like the last way I work, you submit your lesson notes to PowerPoint or MS Word, you paste it there and submit. That saves your time of typing, retyping, and everything is done seamlessly. Now, I have 2 more prompts I want to show us today, and they are interactive. I will explain I will explain the prompts. So let me copy and paste it here. If I'm too fast, just let me know so I can slow down. Now, I'm trying to be friendly to ChatGPT because I want to give you lots of works to do. So I say you are friendly and helpful. Here stands helping teachers to plan a lesson notes. First, introduce yourself and ask the teacher what topic they want to teach. Now, it's not a generative AI that can give me any topic, any grade level for the students. So the ChatGPT must wait for a response. If not, it will not move forward. After giving that response, next, ask the teacher to, is there any existing knowledge or topic that they should have? Or is it a new topic or a previous one has been done before? Okay. If they have existing knowledge about a topic, ask the teacher to describe it briefly and wait for a response. Do not respond for the teacher. Then ask the teacher what their learning goals is. Normal thing. Then ask, wait for response, give all information, create a customized learning plan that includes a variety of teaching techniques, instructions, and so on and so on. So explain why you are specially choosing each, ask teacher. So this prompt will be an engaging one, an interactive one. So let me share it in the chat for this one to try it. Oh, so it's telling me it's too long. So to be shared in the WhatsApp group for us to see and explore. So let me try this for us to see and make it, all what it will be giving me will be interactive. Okay, hello, I'm here to assist you. To start, could you please let me know the topic you want to teach and the grade level of your students? So, topic, let me see the topic we have in the chats. Okay, I think the third one I have here is whole number. The grade 5. Okay. So it gives me, so this way, the response is interactive, is engaging, which is still short for what I want. And what it gives you now will be much more lengthy than what we had previously. Reference list of keywords, pre-lesson assessments, the guide, post-lesson assignment, additional notes. So I still have one final one. Division of whole number. It's only mathematics we have here. Let's take something other than mathematics. So it's not only mathematics that we are centered about. So this last prompt is for those people that are not in primary school, not secondary school, maybe in tertiary universities, and want to also try this. Thank you. Letter writing. Okay, so this prompt is long. So you're a friendly and helpful coach. Your goal is to help teachers introduce a topic to an engaging interactive lecture. So introduce yourself, ask one question at a time. So what topic, these are questions it will be asking you, what topic, are there key texts, or so on. What do students already know about the topic? What do you know about your students? And so on and so forth. So you should actually write the full lecture. At the end of the lecture, ask teacher if there's anything that I would like to elaborate or change. So it gives you the answer, ask you, are you okay with it? Okay, so let me look for, yeah. I'm trying to look for something that is not science related. Science, everybody will have their science. Okay, I've seen letter writing. So let me pick letter writing. Thank you, Fatima. So depending on how best you tweak the word, how best you want it. Now, there's a tweak also that I've seen that also works. I don't know whether it works for everybody. At a point, if all what ChatGPT is giving me is not what I want, what I do is to create a new chat. So I create a new chat and say, since this thing is already tired, or since it also my work is too much for it, so let me try something else by creating a new chat and see if it will give me something different from what has been given me previously. And I can say, okay. So that also can work for you, depending on, so the most important thing in creating a lesson plan through AI is make your prompts interactive as you want, make it engaging. Now, some of us might want it in a tabular form. Tell you to bring it out in tabular form, as someone did over last week I saw in the one I showed earlier. Any formats you want it to come out, you give it to it. Any structure you want it to have it there, you give it to it. Now, somebody asked last week also, I got my question. You can also bring external content is from maybe a textbook. You can scan it, convert it to text, and say this is the content I want to teach. Prepare a lesson note on this. I actually saved one, but I copied one, but I did not save before I closed my laptop earlier. So you can still use this content to draft a lesson note for 45 minutes for me, and this. Simple. And it will give you what you want. I remember there's bad there also. Now, that picture I love about this bad AI is I can upload an image, like mathematics now, science, I can upload any image I want and tell it to also interact with that image for me, which is now available in the free version of ChatGPT. So these are the few tools. So the other one that will also be shared in the WhatsApp group for us to practice, ask questions, anyone that you want, and you are good to go. So I don't know whether, is there anyone that tried this as I was explaining? Is there any issue you encountered? Okay, I guess someone is typing. So the takeaway I'll give us now is to create something on our own. So use an alternative prompt to create a lesson plan on any topic or subject of your choice. So all the examples I've used, all those prompts I've used, it will be shared. So the other prompt also that also will be shared for us to look at them, combine, interact with to get what we want. So you can create one for yourself. Yes, I will share all the prompts will be shared. So for us to look at them so it's not only for lesson planning, also all aspects of prompts. So I said last class was the foundation for everything that will be done going forward. So you can see how best to craft this. Now, can you generate a diagram and that instructs students to be labeled like skeletal system? Please, you can create a prompt for that and share, so we can also try it here. No problem. Yes, it can do that. Provided mostly on Bard AI, can do mostly any diagram. Can you try that on ChatGPT? We're willing to spend $20 per month. But on the free version, at best, it's give you a skeletal form of it using lines. Okay, so next will now be question and answer. Do you have any question for me? Is there anything you want me to reintroduce? Please confirm if anyone can hear me. Is there any question from anyone? Okay, so I guess there's no question from anyone, or we are still typing. Okay, thank you, Olawunfemi. Okay, so I will share the various AI links. Not clear, no problem. So you can rewatch the video on Facebook, or when they share it again on YouTube, you can rewatch it. You can have any question, you can drop, no question. So the last one I used is ChatGPT. So also was used last week. So I'm only trying to compare ChatGPT and BARD, so you can combine both of them. So it still is. Yes, it can guide you on a project-based learning. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. See, thank you, Natalia. I love that question. So I think 2012 or 2013 was when I changed all my lesson notes to soft copies, which was also tough for my supervisor back then, but I made him see reason why I can't continue with doing this. And later on, everybody bought. So it's a change that have to happen. Why do I have to be, also we are wasting paper as a school. Every time I'm writing, I'm doing it, but it saves me time. So you can put everything in soft copy, put in MS Word or PowerPoint how you want it, digital everything, and you're good to go as a school, as an individual. So you can be the change you want in your school setting and make others follow along in creating this in soft copies. It saves us lots of time to do other things. No problem. Thank you, Fatima. So as I said earlier, if you want to provide image to ChatGPT, I believe you have to go for the ChatGPT 4 and pay. But if you go to bard.ai, you can give it an image. There's a section where you can upload image there. You can upload image on bard.ai, and you can tell it what you want to do with that image. So I don't know if you can see my screen now. You can tell it what to say. You can upload image here. It's possible. So Auto Classmates is more just like ChatGPT, but with a framework or a guide on what you want. Okay, grade level, what you want to learn, contents. So it's just for us to give answers to what has asked there. So these are the prompts here that you're entering. Grade level, what you want to learn, maths, the state. So the first three are the key things, and it generates for you. So I believe I've answered your question. Okay, thank you everyone. It's 5:56. So if there's another question, you can drop it in the WhatsApp group. I'll be there to attend to any one of you. Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity to be here. Thank you, Olawunfemi. Over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Michael. I want you to appreciate Mr. Michael in the chat room. I want to tell him thank you. Really appreciate you for sharing with us from your wealth of experience. So I want you to, in 1 minute before we quickly round up, I want you to share with me what you learned from today's class. In one word, what are the key things you learned from today's class? Now, in wrapping up, I want to tell us that next week will be another power-packed section. Next week, we'll be talking about generative AI for assessment, grading, and quiz generation. So I know that another aspect that teachers don't really like is setting questions for assessment. So next week, we'll be looking at some generative AI tools that I'll be using for assessment, grading, and for quiz generation. You don't want to miss those sessions. So we look forward to seeing you there. So if you still find anything difficult from what was taken in today's class, please, you can still rewatch it on our YouTube. It's already available on our YouTube page. So Do well to follow us on our YouTube, on our Facebook page, on our LinkedIn account, and tell more people about this event. It is not good for you to enjoy this benefit alone. I want you to tell people, talk about it on your social media, use our hashtag, and we'll help you rebroadcast whatever you have done. Thank you, and thank you again for joining today's call. We hope to see you next week. Bye, everyone.